Good day, I'm Samantha Allen and this is your Jis News for July 6. Prime Minister Portia Simpson-Miller has called on CARICOM heads of government to expand the categories of free movement within the region. Mrs. Simpson-Miller was addressing the opening ceremony of the 33rd meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of the Caribbean Community. She urged the leaders to move for the inclusion of security guards, household helpers and caregivers, and further recommit to full freedom of movement in all categories by 2015. In the meantime, Prime Minister Simpson-Miller has affirmed Jamaica's commitment to the regional integration movement. She said while it remained a work in progress with challenges to overcome, CARICOM was a cause worth fighting for because of its capacity to serve its citizens and make a difference in their lives. The Education Ministry has signed an agreement with the Cuban government for the recruitment of 16 specialist Spanish teachers from that country. Under the agreement, the teachers will arrive in August and serve for 3 years beginning this September in a number of primary, secondary and tertiary institutions. Education Minister Reverend Ronald Thwaites underscored the importance of the initiative, lamenting that while many students excel in Spanish up to the examination level, they are still deficient in conversational Spanish.
And so the infusion of Spanish-speaking teachers, as this agreement evidences, allows us the opportunity to add that very significant element to the command of Spanish, which we hope one day will become normative for Jamaican people.
A cadre of young people is to be trained to serve as community youth empowerment aides in key parishes across the island. The initiative is being led by the National Council for Youth Development, with the training to begin in August.
These persons will be trained by the National Youth Service in business administration and life skills, as well as by the Youth Division in key principles of youth development, youth advocacy and leadership skills.
In the meantime, the minister has responded to reports of some youth leaders expressing disappointment with her stewardship, inviting those persons to meet with her and discuss the way forward.
I would ask them to come in and see the data, see what we've done over the past 4 months, and ask for their help to go forward.
The Jamaica Cultural Development Commission says all is in place for the staging of a spectacular program of events in celebration of Jamaica's 50th anniversary of independence. JCDC's Executive Director Delroy Gordon says activities move into high gear this weekend when the Commission will kick off a series of colorful and high-energy events that will run into Independence Day on August 6.
We are catering to just about everybody. We are in high spirit. The machinery is well oiled, and we just say to all Jamaicans, just put on your colors, black, green and gold, and let us just come out and celebrate 50 years as a nation on a mission.
Meanwhile, the Bank of Jamaica says it's been getting an overwhelmingly positive response from the public since the June 19 launch of its 2012 series of commemorative banknotes in celebration of Jamaica 50. Many persons have been requesting special packages, but the Central Bank's Division Chief, Natalie Haynes, says these notes won't be sold as they're legal tender that will be put into circulation on July 23 alongside regular notes. But for Jamaicans looking to mark the Golden Jubilee with monetary souvenirs, Mrs. Haynes says the BOJ will be offering souvenir packages of older currencies like the shilling and farthing. Special gold and silver Jamaica 50 souvenir coins will also be offered for sale by month end. And finally, the 6th staging of the Public Sector Customer Service Competition has been launched under the theme Service Excellence for National Development. The biennial competition seeks to foster the development of a public sector that is service-oriented. Speaking at the launch, State Minister for Tourism and Entertainment Damian Crawford said, among other things, this means public sector workers are being called upon to always be on their P's and Q's, work to maintain consistency, and deliver above what the public expects.
Productivity is where effectiveness meets efficiency. So if you can find the ability to say what is the right thing to do, and then secondly to say how do I do this thing correctly, that is when you're going to have the customer service that you need.
The competition is open to all public sector organizations, and nominations will open on July 9 and continue through to January 31 next year. And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Samantha Allen. Thanks for watching.